Hello everybody and welcome to episode 74 on the ManniCraft server with Black Dog Z. And today, like I said, we're going to be working on steam turbines. Alright, so basically when it comes to this, and I messed up, this is episode 73, not 74, just for everyone's information. So what I said is we were going to work on steam turbines. Now, I've already gone ahead and done a bunch of the work for us. And the reason for that is because I didn't want you to have to sit around and wait for steel to be made and things like that. So, I went and I made all the steel that we're going to need and got all that ready. Now, if we take a look here, we'll see here that I've already got some steel plates made in here. We'll grab these. Around the edges, we'll put these steel blocks, and those make steam turbine housings. Now, I've already made 24 of them, as you can see, real simple. I'm planning on making more, hence why I still have more of this, and more steel. I do plan on making way more of these housings, because we want to get up in the number. But, now that we have the housings, there's some other stuff that we need to make. So we're going to grab 2 stacks of steel here. And the first thing we're going to make is real simple. It's just take 3 steel, go straight down like this. So, take a stack and put it here. Whoops. 8 times 6 is 48. There we go. So now we just take these and we put these in the center. And then we do this. And that should make... Why isn't that making it? Is it iron? No. Turbine disc. It's block of steel. Really? I didn't realize that was going to be block of steel. Okay. Well, we do have a few blocks. I didn't look that up properly. I thought that was just going to be regular steel. But apparently it's block of steel. But that's okay. We have 4 of those made already. And then if we take that and we go over here, we just put 3 discs beside each other. This will make our turbine rotor. Now, we're going to be making a bunch of these turbine rotors, but unfortunately we're still waiting on some steel to cook up, and then of course we need, we need to make our steel cube thingies. So, when you have to make the steel cubes, you have to do it a specific way. I went in the wrong book. So, the book we want to use is this one. We're going over to arc lights. Alright. So we're just going to Arclight's place here. And walk over here. I'm using his blast furnaces because he's got 2. And I'm cooking up blocks of iron. And blocks of iron, of course, are going to get us more of those blocks that we were using to make these turbine discs. Now it's going to take a little while for those to be made. As you can see, we still got like 3 minutes left on those. And so that's going to take a little bit. Now, you might notice that it's not loading the world over there. We seem to have a small problem with lag on the server over there. It's literally just that one little spot, and it goes straight across now from my place to ArcLights. So, if I get to the front of my house, and I'll actually show you, I'm going to lag right out over here. See? I'm lagging really bad. And of course, assuming I can get untrapped. It'll just be a moment here. And as soon as I get untrapped, see, it just jumps and I'm fine. And it's just right there. As long as I don't go through the door, I'm good. And it's a straight shot all the way down to arc lights, and we're not sure what's causing it, so we're going to have to look into that we may actually have to reset all those chunks, which means the front of my house is going to disappear. That kind of makes me sad, because, like, I can't go into my Thaumcraft room, because there's lag right here. We do not know what is causing it, and we're going to have to look into that, but for some reason we got a ton of lag just in that one little strip there. Alright, so now in our furnace over here, I'm actually going to have to cancel what we were making because we don't need it. We were making steel, as you can see. And it is no longer needed. And there we go. Now we can take this charcoal out too. Alright, so we'll have way more than enough steel here now. We have one of those rotors. Now we're going to be making some more rotors, and I'm going to show you guys how we go infinite with this. It's actually really simple. Alright, so let's go ahead and put our first steam turbine housing together. So all we need to do is just go over here. And we're actually going to take our wrench, our crescent hammer, and we're going to disconnect these. Because it's not needed. Alright. So now that I've gone ahead and disconnected those, we can go ahead and just take this piece of dirt and just place it right there to cover that hole. Alright, and remove that torch. Okay, so you take your steam turbines. Now you could run wiring or steam pipes to your steam turbines, but the easiest way to honestly build this is just to do this. And there you go, you got a steam turbine. Now, steam turbines do require a rotor, and then they'll start putting out. As you can see, we've got an output starting. And now we just need to hook it up to this line up here, which should be fairly simplistic to do. Alright. So now we currently don't have any cabling. So let's look up how to make glass fiber again, because it's been a while. So glass fiber cable is a diamond, redstone, and glass, or you can use silver. We're going to use silver because you get an extra 2 out of it. So now we need 2 redstone. Oh wait, we don't need any redstone. We're using silver. I keep forgetting that. Okay, put that back. We're going to need a diamond, 6 glass. How many did I get? 4. 6 and 2 silver. Whoop. And that should give us 6 cables. I think 6 cables should be enough to get this hooked up. And there we go. Why is the output still 0? With the rotors in, it should be putting out electricity at this point. I wonder if it needs to be hooked up to the front, maybe. That was weird. I find it odd that its output is 0%. It should be putting up power. Especially if I flick this switch. We'll check it again. Maybe it was just because that switch was flicked. Yeah, there we go. So of course it only puts up power when it needs it, but it'll put out all the power we need. This is 100 EU per tick, and we can build a second one. We have enough for a second one, but of course we don't have a second rotor yet. But I'm going to show you guys how you get infinite power out of these. And so we're going to go ahead and do that. Now, of course, you still have to supply it with items, but it's not too bad. Actually, I think there's one in here. Nope. We take a hopper, real simple. We're going to combine that with one other item. And I thought I had made a bunch of gears. Alright, apparently not. That's alright. I didn't make enough gears. Okay. And then we need, so we take our crafting table, we put our gears around it, making our auto crafting table. We take all of these, and we'll have to make some more, but that shouldn't be an issue. This is actually really simple. You just get on top of this baby, and then right here you put a hopper. Bam, we now have a hopper. And then on top of, beside that hopper, you put an auto crafting table. Now whatever you craft in the auto crafting table, and I'll actually show you this, will automatically go over to the other system, which is kind of nice. Do I have any craftables? Doesn't look like I have any craftables, which is sad because I wanted to show you how that works. That's okay. Actually, you know what? I can grab some craftables from right in here. If I just go like this, it'll refill, not a problem. And I can do this. I can go da 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 da. Oh, wait, I don't think those can go in there. Why'd I do that? Oh well. Let's delete those crafting tables. We don't need them right now. Doesn't seem to want to work, but it's going to be the same thing as that. It's supposed to go directly into the hopper. It might need to go on top, but the idea is basically that you can auto-craft your your system here. Where'd it go? Oh, it's right there. So by doing that, you can actually auto-craft it, and you can set it up. So, like as an example, I'm going to start by setting this up actually. So now we just need the centerpiece, and it'll automatically craft the wheels, and then I can have another one beside it, pulling those in. I forgot that I have to craft the wheels actually, but I can put a bunch of wheels in here, not these. If I make the wheels, I can put them in here, and then it will automatically craft and just drop them into here. And that will automatically drop down into here when it's full. I can actually show you by taking this rotor out and throwing it in here. Really? That no longer works. Alright, well, we'll have to do it a slightly different way then. We'll have to use a chest, and we'll have to use a... we'll have to use a chest and a filter, like we have in the previous days. For some of the stuff we move around, like over here, we can just do this, and we can have it push it in, and then of course as soon as it's ready, it'll go inside. Now, that's probably an easier way to do it, because for some reason the auto crafting table and hopper no longer work. This is something I used to use all the time to get it to work, but it looks like they may have made some small changes. That's okay. One of these things will last a long time. Even with the chunk loaded, it's gonna go through and it's gonna continue running for quite some time, which is really nice because it's good to have. Now, here's a neat thing that you can do that I found really neat. I'm not sure if this works anymore. I've never tried it with the GregTech system, but you used to be able to. We'll see if this works. Really? Alright, so what I'm doing is I'm just grabbing all my scrap here. And all I need to do is take my scrap and set it... These things are hard to control now. They used to be really easy to control. And just set it on top of there. And this system is actually smart enough to pull scrap out of it, so... But apparently it's not smart enough to put the scrap boxes in here. So we're going to have to come up with a different way to do that. Hang on, let's try this. No. Does it still accept scrap boxes? It does. Now scrap boxes last longer than your scrap. And they should provide you with a whole much... should supply you with much better resources to use. So what we're going to do is we're actually just going to take our scrap and put it all in here. And like, the scrap boxes are actually no better than using actual scrap, which I think is kind of funny, but I like to use it anyway because then you can fit a ton more into the system. So now that we have this infinite energy system, we're going to want to stick a whole ton of scrap boxes in there. And there we go. Almost. Nine more. So there we go, stack of scrap boxes. We can actually just take those and stick them in there. And they should work just as well as the scrap. I want to see if it actually burns a scrap box. Oh, does this no longer work? No, it definitely no longer works. Okay. Apparently the new GregTech system, you can't use scrap boxes. That's kind of sad, actually. I really like using scrap boxes in this system. But that's okay. It'll make it easier to pump scrap in. Alright, well, we'll just leave our scrap down here for now, along with this crafting table, even though it's not necessary. And we're going to let that run for a little bit. Build up some scrap. And once we get that stuff done, we're going to go ahead and we'll have a second scrap system up and running here soon. Not scrap system, sorry, a second turbine running, which will double the speed of that, which is kind of nice. What to do next? Alright, so some of you may have noticed that this system here is running both my boilers, not a problem. And I'm really questioning about these farms now. I don't really need them. They're kind of useless. Especially since I'm pretty sure that my tree farm over there could actually run a third one, not an issue. I don't know exactly how many it'll run, but it'll definitely run quite a few. Now, I don't know if we can get to our bees. We're about to find out. Oh yeah, we can get to our bees without lagging out. That's good. So let's go up and take a look at how our bees are doing, actually. Now, there's another neat thing. Like, normally, I would be kind of annoyed that I got these scrap boxes. But you can do that to them. And you'd be amazed what you'll get from them. And like I can just do this and I can go, I don't want that. I don't want this. I don't want that. I don't want that. That I could use. What don't I want? I don't want this. That I could use. I don't need this. Brass dust, eh? I don't need that. Rubber, don't need it. Saltpeter, don't really need. Wooden hoe, don't need. Soda lead I could probably use. Really? Where'd my bag go? Oh no. I just deleted my bag. I'm actually just going to delete all this stuff. I also deleted whatever was sitting right here. Let's take it off delete mode before we delete anything else that we need. It's already bad enough that we've deleted one thing. We don't need to delete any more. There's a lot of stuff in that bag. Luckily, most of it I don't care about. Oh god. Our bees have a little bit of lag here. I have way too much stuff in my inventory as well. That's not making things easy. So as you can see, we've made a lot of bees, a lot of dripping honey. And I think our next episode is probably going to be about bees. That's assuming we can solve this lag. If not, we might just have to start the new server And of course, don't forget that I haven't forgotten about the fact that that other person never did respond back about the free slot that I was giving them on the server. So that's going to be redrawn. Don't you worry about that. Stay tuned for that. I'm hoping to do that within the next couple of days. Unfortunately, I've been very busy with the servers. Finishing up this one, getting the other one up and running, and that's taking up a lot of my time at this point. I'm actually going to shut this down for now. Alright, so I've shut it down. Oh God. Okay, so as you can see, like I said, we're gonna have to either figure out what's going on with this lag right in this spot, or we're gonna have to look at getting a new, going over to the new server, because there's definitely something wrong here in the world, and we're not sure what's causing it, and so it's kind of getting annoying. And I should be getting out of the lag any moment now. There we go. So yeah, and it runs all the way to Arclight's place, all along that one particular path. We're not sure what's causing it, but we need to figure it out so that we can have it stop, basically. And like, I'm pretty sure if I took more than one step out from that place, there'd be lag, because there's lag all along there. So right now I'm having to use my portable hole to get in and out of my house, but that's okay. Alright everybody, I think that's going to be it for today. We got ourselves some electricity just like we said we would. We are almost out of time. So I am going to get a second one up and running. As you remember, we do have the stuff already built for it. We just need to wait for the iron blocks, not the iron, yeah, the iron blocks turn into steel blocks, so that we can finish up the rotor and build a couple of extra rotors for each one of them. And that way we'll have plenty of power for a long time to come. And that's, again, probably going to happen next episode. So you will hopefully see that, and we will have something else to do next episode. Have a good evening.